Hi everyone, hi and welcome to a new video. Exciting times, we're carrying on with our Java. We're going to do a little bit more with our Java. Now initially we won't be using the ESP32 because what I want to do, I want to go through Java simply, just for us older folks. But we're going to be using graphics, drawing, art. And you know our children and grandchildren love to draw, especially my granddaughter, she's 6, and most of her time she is drawing, painting. And so this will be great. This will be great for them. So let's go over to the IDE. Or in this occasion, it's called PDE, Processing Development Environment. Right, I just want to check that we're on the right page. Yep. Now, we did have a quick look at our menus. Okay, but as we go through and use more and more of them menus, it's better to learn by doing than me saying, look, if you go to Sketch, import library. When we come to import a library, we'll do it. All right. Export application if you want to export your application. Things like that. So we'll do it I think it's better to do it as we go along. So, Java. Two parts of Java, like we had void setup and void loop in Arduino. In this one, we have void setup, brackets on, brackets off. All right. Come down, square brackets on, square brackets off. All right. But in Java, because we're going to be doing graphics and we're going to be drawing, painting, etc., they have void draw. Brackets on, space, brackets on, brackets off. Right, two functions. We have the void draw. Come down, curly brackets on, curly brackets off. So the same as the Arduino IDE. Again, void setup, things we want to only happen once. And void draw is the meat of the program, and that's the things we want to happen time and time again. So first thing we want to do in the void draw is we're going to be doing size. All right, and this is the size of the box that comes up. I'll show you it in a minute. Brackets on. Okay, we want 480, comma, space by 120. So that's going to be the size of the box that comes up. Brackets off, semicolon. All right, that's all we need in our void setup for this part. Next, our void draw, things that happen time and time again. If, space, brackets on, mouse pressed. Mouse pressed, brackets off. Same as in Arduino IDE, no semicolon on the if. Curly brackets on, space. Right. Fill. Brackets on, 0, brackets off, semicolon. All right. Simple. Let's come down. So that's our if, right? Space and curly brackets off. Enter. And another enter. Else. All right. Else. No semicolons. Changes color. Curly brackets on. Space. Fill. brackets on, 255. Brackets off, semicolon. All right, come outside. Sorry. Enter. Curly brackets off. Come outside the curly brackets. It's important that you remember the curly brackets and how many you're doing. All right, because previously when I've done some programming and I've mucked up the curly brackets, it's really difficult to find. Ellipse. All right, brackets on, mouse, X, comma, mouse, capital Y, comma, 80 by 80. So that's going to be the size of our ellipse. Brackets off, semicolon. Right, enter. Curly brackets off. And then we've got our curly brackets that cut off, that end the void draw. Now what we're going to have is we're going to have a box, and we're going to, wherever we put our mouse, it's going to draw a circle. So let's start it. Okay, we've got a problem. Phil, I think I've got too many curly brackets. Let's try again. Told you, you got to watch them curly brackets. There we go. So our windows come up. Now watch what happens when I move my mouse. It draws a circle. Now I'm going to press my left mouse button. It changes to black. A black circle. Release me mouse. Press me mouse. Release me mouse. And there you go. Right, I'm going to close this. Two ways we can close this. Or minimize it. If we want to minimize it, we just press this here. Minimizes, maximize. To completely stop the program, we can either press stop, or we can press the X to close the window. All right, the X to close the window. All right. Now it's important that if you're writing a long program, that you save regularly. We all know how to do that. Initially, it's save as. And throughout doing your code, save. All right. Export, we can export the application. If we use this, let me press it. I haven't got anything saved. You have to save the sketch first. Okay. But if we want to export it, what does it? Packages it all up into a folder. Okay. So if you're working remotely, say you and some friends are working on a project, you can package it all up, send it to them, and they can assemble all the different packages, and you're all working on different parts of the sketch. All right. Okay. So far, so good. So far, so good. All right. Just a quick one. We have got examples. We've got lots of examples here. All right, lots of examples. We'll be working our way through a lot of those. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to just quickly go through a couple of small, the hello world. Every language does their hello world, all right? But in Java, they use a thing called, they draw a line. So if we go line, brackets on, 15, comma, space 25, comma, space 70, comma, space 90, brackets off, semicolon. All right. This is coordinates. We're using coordinates. Okay. And you'll see the line come up. Missing a left curly bracket. Line, brackets on. 15, 25, 70, 90, stop it. Still got stuff written. Okay, let's try again. Let's try. There you go. So we've drawn a line. All right. This is using coordinates. All right, coordinates. All right. Let's just have a quick look at another one. There you go. We can stop it. All right. Let's just have a quick look at another one. Stroke. So let's just have a quick look at this one. Let's just have a quick look at this one. We're going to draw something using coordinates. Okay. I don't want to go too much into coordinates. But basically we break up the window and it's got different coordinates in it. All right. So size, brackets on, we're going to go 200 by 200. So it's brackets 200. Sorry, comma 200, brackets off, semicolon. Rect. Okay, R-E-C-T, mode, capital D. All right. Brackets on, we want that to be in the center. Brackets off, semicolon. And it's the center is capitals. All right, changes color, everything's hunky-dory. Enter, rect. Brackets on. 100. This is for rectangle, all right? Rect is a rectangle, and we want it to be at 100, comma, 100, comma, 20, comma, 100, brackets on, brackets off, sorry, semicolon, enter. Then we want an ellipse. Oh, it's SE. Brackets on, where we want the ellipse, 100, comma, 70, comma, 60, comma, 60. Okay, brackets off, semicolon, enter, ellipse, brackets on, and our second ellipse, we want what? 119, comma, 70, comma, 16, comma, 32. Brackets off, semicolon, enter. Put ellipse in capitals. All right, so that's that one. Why has this got a line under it? Syntax error. Ellipse. 100, comma, 70, comma, 60, comma. Put an extra 0 in. 60. and its brackets off. Right, okay, that's better. That's better, that's better. Line. So we're going to draw a line. Brackets on. Using coordinates 90, 150, 80, 160. Brackets off, semicolon, enter. And one more line. Brackets on. And that's 110, 150, 120, 160. Semicolon. All right. So we've done the sides of the box. Right. Then a rect mode. We want it to be starting to be in the center. All right. The rectangle. Then we've got a rectangle. We're going to draw a rectangle. We're going to draw 2 ellipses. And we're going to draw 2 lines. All right. And what do we get? When it comes up, and there you go. Why am I missing an ellipse? Why am I missing? Because there's 3. Let me stop it. The first ellipse, 170, 60, 60. The second ellipse. Okay, we got another ellipse. Brackets on. And this one is 81, 70, 16, and this time it's at 32. Brackets off, semicolon. Let's run it again. And let's see what happens. Hopefully we've got our, yeah, there we go. We've got our little Martian. Our little Martian. Okay, great. Great. Right. Now what we're going to do, we're going to move on. We're going to move on. Let's get rid of that. And, all right, last one, void setup. Brackets on, brackets off, enter, curly brackets on, curly brackets off. All right. Put a space in there. All right, then void setup. So what we want is size. Brackets on 400 by 400. Semicolon. Enter. Stroke. Brackets on 255. Brackets off. Semicolon. Background. We're going to get a background color. All right. Brackets on 192, 64, space 0, brackets off, semicolon. Right, so that's background. All right, so that's our void setup. Void draw, brackets on, brackets off, enter. Curly brackets on, curly brackets off. Put no capital V. All right, and in here we put line, brackets on, 150, 25, mouse, capital X, mouse, capital Y. Okay, brackets off, semicolon. and outside. Sorry about that. Brackets off. All right. So let's see what happens. We run the program. Okay. And there we go. We move our mouse. And it draws our line. It's getting better and better all the time, isn't it? It's getting better and better all the time as we're learning. As you can see, with simple little sketches, we can do things like this. Hey, your kids and grandchildren are going to love this. They're going to love it. Okay, I think that's enough for this video. We will be moving on. We're going to be doing arrays. We're going to be doing numbers, colours. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And very shortly, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.